This steel tree is one of only 3 in the world. It cost £150,000 to make, and when the wind blows, it's said to produce a series of unsettling chords that are different every single day of the year. There's one in Texas, another somewhere in an unknown location in Saudi Arabia, and the original one here in Lancashire, which we're making our way over to right now via the ruins of an abandoned farmhouse. And we need to figure out between us whether it was worth all this money, or is it just a fancy piece of scaffolding? Let's go and check it out. Now, we are currently in the English county of Lancashire, up in the northwest of England, and we're making our way towards something called the Singing Ringing Tree. Now, this is one of 4 sculptures in the Lancashire countryside, often referred to as the Lancashire panopticons. Panopticon is a word that harks back to an old prison design that would allow an operator to observe every single prison member from one single location. Thankfully though, these sculptures are a bit more light-hearted than that, and they're designed to be seen from far and wide, sitting on the hilltops here. We've actually been to visit a different one of these before on this channel, something called the Atom Panopticon, which out of the 4, I get the impression is the most controversial. Some people really don't like it. Personally, I kind of did. Not sure exactly why, but I like the way it sits on the landscape, provides a bit of shelter, although it does have holes in the ceiling, so not total shelter, but it's interesting. The Singing Ringing Tree, though, is totally different. It's unique. It's built from a series of steel pipes, and it's designed to look like a windswept tree. Every layer of pipes is rotated 15 degrees so that it can capture the wind from all angles and produce some kind of sound. It's essentially a wind-powered instrument. I'm not sure how musical the output's going to be, but we'll find out when we get there. And this one was designed by an architectural firm called Tonkin Loo, who said it cost £150,000. Now, I know what some of you will be thinking. Of course, typical, a bloody Yorkshireman talking about the cost of something. But we have to mention it, of course. It's a big number. And something else that caught my interest with this when I was doing my research was the existence of 2 other singing ringing trees. It was originally designed just for this place in Lancashire, but after it was completed, it sounds like the architects started getting in a lot of inquiries from all over the world, from people who wanted one of their own. And this is where we get into a bit of mystery with this story. One of these other installations that we know of happens to be in Austin, Texas. It was originally installed in a place called Manor, and then in 2022 it was moved to Abilene. And the installation costs, the cost of the piece as well, I think, was covered by an anonymous art collector who reportedly has since passed away. And I haven't managed to find a ton of reports from the people of Abilene, but there were a few from the time of installation, people saying that it wasn't really making much noise at all. I'm not sure if that's changed in more recent times, or whether maybe there was some installation mistakes. So if anyone happens to be watching from Texas, maybe you've been to Abilene, maybe you've seen this, do let us know, please. I've just checked the map and I've missed the turnoff, so a little detour. We need to kind of head over this way. Now, the third one, the only other one that we know of, is somewhere in Saudi Arabia. This one's kind of peculiar because nobody seems to know exactly where it is. I did a lot of looking around to try and find it, and I even found an interview with one half of the architectural firm, a lady called Hannah Liu. And she was asked in the interview about these 2 other installations. And from the sounds of it, even she's not sure where this third one is. She said, and this is a quote, "It's in the middle of a city. We haven't heard much about it though, since the information isn't available to us." I think this is the path we want to be trying to join. I'm on the wrong side of it. Oh dear. I'm just going to have to trace the wall down this way, but it's so boggy. This was a rookie move. I should have just backtracked and found the correct path. Back to the sculpture though, so where is it? And why don't they know? I don't really know how this kind of thing works. Maybe you license the design from them and then you build it yourself in private. And I also wondered at first whether maybe it is in a private space, but then she did say it's in a city. So somebody must know, surely. I know for sure that we have a few viewers from Texas, Saudi Arabia, I don't know. It's not impossible. So if anybody watching does have any kind of connection with Saudi Arabia, maybe you can help us find it. Okay, now of course we want to see it and hear it up close for ourselves, and we'll be there shortly, but on the way we need to keep our eyes out for some old farmhouse ruins. This hilly area we're traversing here, I believe it's called Crown Point, and we're kind of high up on the hills, just up from the town of Burnley. And if you look on Google Satellite View for this area, you'll see some ruins, not very helpfully labelled as simply Crown Point ruins. And I've done a bit of digging to try and figure out what these ruins were, and the oldest map I could find that had a reference to this place was from an 1839 survey, and it labels this place as Hulaw. I don't think I'm pronouncing it correctly, and if we go back even further, the spelling of the name is different. It looks more like Horlaw. So I'm not sure if this name change was intentional or if it was an accident when producing subsequent map versions. I've seen this happen quite a few times before, but either way, it gives us a bit of a clue as to what was here. As for the pronunciation though, I'm not too sure. Maybe there's some local dialect knowledge needed here. And aside from the name and the dated map, I couldn't tell you a ton about it. But the ruins there look to be quite substantial, and I believe there are still some cellars, underground cellars, that have been at least partially preserved. So let's see if we can find them. This is not it, by the way. Maybe another farmhouse? Uh-oh. We can see quite a bit of the imprint of the layout. And we've got this sort of square space on top of this as well. Oh, it's quite small. So, probably a storage cellar as well, I guess. It looks a lot like some of the others I've seen around the countryside. And it might be like what we'll find at Holaw/Horlaw Farm as well. Most likely, at least from the limited information I could find, these were used for storing farm produce. And now, well, they're full of a lot of litter, unfortunately, which I would ordinarily pick up, but I haven't got that much storage space to get all of this. It's nice and cool down there though. Perfect for storing veg. This is a ruin that didn't really stand out on the map when I was doing my research, but I'll have a look in the edit, and if I can find anything about it, maybe a name, I'll pop it on screen. Let's try and find this other farmhouse though, and then we'll get straight to the singing, ringing tree. This is it. Horlaw Farm ruins. There's a lot more here than I was expecting actually. Looks like a big site. Now our path to the singing, ringing tree goes straight through here, so we'll have a little nosy around first, and then we'll go and check out what's going on. It's going to be mostly rubble here, but there are some cellar entrances somewhere, so keep an eye out. So this must have been one of the entrances, right? We've got these big gate posts. This is a bit strange. Huge slabs. Oh, hold on. I'm going to try and stick the camera down, but it looks like there's not a lot of space down there. Please don't drop the camera, Jack. Can you see anything? The cellars that I'm expecting to see and that I've seen most often around the countryside in England, are a bit more like the ones we saw earlier. Another stone slab. I can't help but wonder if maybe some things have been filled in intentionally. Ew. Ooh. Oh no. That does not look inviting. What do you reckon? Worth a go? I'm honestly not sure that I could even fit myself into that. This is how little space there is. Oh, spiders. Love a good spider family crawling all over me. I don't think I can get in here. That looks a bit more accessible. Sorry if the sound is a bit messy here. I'm moving my microphone around a fair bit. All right. So that's where we were trying to climb into, over there. It's quite spacious. So we've got this brick-lined ceiling. I wonder how high it would be from the actual floor. Okay. Not the worst hole I've ever squeezed myself into. I wish I hadn't said that. Anyway, the reason we're here at all is to check out the singing ringing tree. And the good news is, it's just over this hill. Let's go and take a listen. All right, here it is. There were people here a moment ago, but there were families with kids, so I waited till they'd left. So it's doing its job of bringing people out to visit here. It is making a sound. I'm not sure if it's loud enough for the microphone or not. And it is windy. You can probably hear the wind. Hopefully you could hear that. It is a bit eerie, it's a little bit, I don't know. Sounds a bit like a wild animal. And there are different notes as well. You'll notice some of these pipes have holes in. So I guess those are the ones that make the sound rather than everything. So there's only a handful really. I was kind of imagining that every single pipe here would be producing a sound. I guess not. What do you think though? I like the look of it. And having this naturally powered sound. Oh, there's more here with holes in too. I think I like it. And with regards to the cost, well, I'm kind of joking about whether it's expensive or not. To a regular person like me, it costs 150,000 is a lot of money. But in the world of sculptures and architecture, maybe that's not a lot at all. And if it gets people out here exploring the countryside, then I'm totally behind it. Let me know what you think though. Is it worth the price? Do you like the way it looks and do you like how it sounds? There are two more panopticons that we haven't yet explored on this channel. So if you want to see those two in a future episode, do let me know. We've also got what I think is Pendle Hill in the background. If you know, you know. Could be a a good subject for a future episode. But in the meantime, I just want to say thank you so much for watching today's adventure. Hope you enjoyed it. For anybody that wants to visit the Singing Ringing Tree for themselves, it's very accessible. There's a car park right next to it, basically, a few minutes walk away down a very straight path. And if you want to throw a bit more adventure in, like we have done in today's video, there are footpaths all around here. I've done a bit of a circular walk around the hilltops today, and I'll put that OS Maps route along with the GPX files in the members section for anybody who wants it very soon. And that's about it for today. So thank you so much for watching, supporting the channel. Huge thank you to all the members who contribute to all the financial side of the videos as well. Hope you enjoyed the recent episodes, and fingers crossed, I'll see you on the next one.